Well, good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful day here in the Ozarks. And, well, today I'm going to start on tilling up my garden, getting things ready to start planting some of my vegetables. But I've got to go ahead and start watering my mushrooms, get them. It's been kind of warm here the last couple of days, so we'll start on that. So I put the wood over here, strung it up over here so it could give my mushroom bed a little bit of shade, because in the afternoon it gets kind of warm here, and I want to make sure that it doesn't get too much sunlight. Well, it's a little bit too wet to do any more tilling. I got these big rocks like this in here, huge rocks. So it'll take a while to work all this out. I give it a few more days to kind of dry up here, because it's really muddy right in here. Well, it's day 2, and I got a pile of rocks. Look at some of these rocks. That tiller dug it out of there for me. A bunch of rocks. I've harvested quite a bit of them. So I'm gonna pick these up, take them over to my chicken house. I even dug up this old stump that's been wedged in the ground. And let me tell you, that's a lot of work to get that out of there. But yeah, the soil is really good soil. I think our garden will do really good here. But I'll probably go over that way instead of this way, because there's so many big rocks over here. You can see that rock there, it ain't going nowhere. That thing's a boulder. But yeah, the dirt's some rich, good black dirt. You can grow a lot of vegetables here. So I got quite a bit of it tilled up. I just got to get it tilled up a little more before I can start planting. Pretty good sized little garden. So I started tilling it that away, and now I'm going to till back this way. All right, guys, I got it tilled up. I still got a little bit of work to do on it, but you can see that the dirt's really tilled up really good. This end up here didn't have hardly any big rocks, so it's good. And it's more of a black dirt. This here is more brown. You can look at it and tell the difference. But yeah, it took me all day, almost till, well, it's 2 o'clock now. I just finished. But yeah, it's really hot. So I'm gonna buy some panels to put around this, just so I can keep the deer out, because they'll eat my green beans and stuff like that. And maybe put some, 2-foot chicken wire all the way around to keep the rabbits out too. Well, it's midday today, guys, and starting on another day here at the homestead. So basically what I've been doing is I got my rock rake out, and I've been taking this rake. I've been raking all these little piles of rocks out of this garden here, and makes it a lot easier to plant. But look, all those rocks I've got out of there so far. Quite a bit of rocks. So this area right here, I pretty much raked all the rocks I could get out of it. So I'm gonna go over to the next area and rake up a pile of those. And I'll bring my wheelbarrow out here and I'll clean this up. So I'll do my whole garden that way, get it all raked up like that, get all those little rocks out of there, and then I'll go over again, till it, and do that maybe once or twice more, and get as many rocks as I can get out of there. I am looking at the option of getting some compost put out here, maybe some mushroom compost dirt. There's several places around here that I can buy from and have them come out and deliver it, and that would sure help increase the yield in my crops. So I'm kind of looking into that right now. So man, it's such a beautiful day. The birds are singing, the trees are starting to green up. You can see in the background there, some of the trees are greening up. That's a good thing. The leaves are starting to come on. But it's supposed to turn off nice and hot, maybe 85, 90 degrees today, which is a little bit hot for me for last part of March. Well, it's been a hot day. I went home for a little while, ate my dinner, and then I came back out here. And while I was at home, I had a friend that texted me. I asked him earlier in the day if he could have time to go pick up some cattle panels for me. And well, he texted me later on this afternoon and said, yeah, I'll meet you there. So we went to AlexGuz, and I bought 12 of these things, these cattle panels, so I can put up around my garden. So it's nice to get those. But also he said that he could get me some compost from the mushroom farms and bring out here. That's as good as fertilizer. Plus he has his own little contract business, so he does landscaping and stuff like that. He ends up with a lot of leftover dirt and stuff. He says, hey, do you need some dirt? I said, yeah, bring some dirt out here. He's going to dump it right out here beside my cabin here in this low spot, level it up here. I said, just bring as much as you want. It's going to take quite a few loads, but yeah, I'll take some free of charge, and I can cover up a lot of these rocks and stuff, and I'll have room to add on to my cabin, and I have a little deck or patio out in the back here. I kind of gave up on my rock raking for right now because it's so stinking hot, but I'll continue on that tomorrow morning when it's a little bit cooler. Right now it's like 90 degrees out here. It's so hot. Well, welcome back to my channel today. I'm out here. I'm gonna start putting some of these cattle panels up and work on my garden some more. I got out here a little earlier than during the middle of the day where it's really hot, but I don't think it's supposed to get as hot as it did yesterday. I'll get started on this morning. So I'm gonna get about 5 of these T-posts and start carrying them over there. So I got all my posts over here. I laid me a cattle panel out here, and I'll kind of show where it's going. I got my post driver. Put my T-post up like this. So I got it down to that little, where the little fork gillies pick up right there. I need to go down another inch or so, get it down in there. This thing is a man right there. That thing will work you to death. You only have to put them in there once. And there is how long as you want them there. But yeah, it's going to be another hot, humid day. The wind's out of the south, bringing all that humidity up here. But it's starting to warm up. I'm going to try to get a couple more in before I have to quit. Well, I got my fence put on my east side, and you really don't need any corner posts if you're doing these. I got it all tied up there, and gonna have to do some work up on there around that tree, get some of that brush away from there. But yeah, it's coming along. But I'll just keep giving you guys updates, what's going on, and show you what I did. Pretty much coming along pretty good. I'm pretty happy for a guy that's almost 60. All right, guys, I got all this brush cleared out here so I can put my fence through here. And it took me a little while. I think I'm going to quit and call it good for today and start back here again tomorrow. But I did get this fence here put in, so that was a accomplishment. So, but I'll probably take some of this dirt up here. You got a couple of high spots there. And right here, I'm going to take some of this stuff and put in my chicken house and raise the floor in my chicken house. Well, I'm back at it again this morning. I got most of my fence posts in here and get ready to put the wires up. And I'll just leave this one here open because that guy's going to bring my mushroom compost, and I'm going to be able to have him back up here and put it in my garden, so that way I don't have to go so far. But yeah, I got all these fence posts put in. Total, it took me about 2.5 hours to get all these fence posts driven into the ground. But I'll get it all fenced off, and I still have to go buy me some chicken wire and put around the bottom, but I'll wait till after I get my compost to do that, because I'm going to wire in the whole thing. But here I put 2 fence posts really close together right here. This is where my gate's going to be, right here. Yeah, it's going to, that way I'll have a handle to open it and shut it, and it's going to be a real simple project to do. Well, I got all my fence put in right here, right here. I had to dig down a little bit to get it to line up the corner up here. And I got all this backside put in, and it's going to be a pretty good sized little garden. Yep, turning out pretty good. I still have a lot of areas here that I need to till where it's still got green grass along this fence side. Got out there, dug up some big roots that were sticking out of the dirt, and so I will till it up through here also where the green grass is. Get all this tilled up really good again. I try to get as many rocks out of there I can. I know I'm not going to get them all, but I just want to get all the bigger ones, the ones that'll make my tiller jump around. So, but once I get that compost put in there, it should be pretty good. That'll help loosen that dirt up. But yeah, it's coming along good. I'm really happy the way it's turning out. Well, I got some of it tilled up. I didn't get back over till later after lunch. But you can see all those rocks poking up there. And that's what I'm trying to get out, is those bigger rocks, and give my plants a chance to get rooted really good. But yeah, I'm getting closer. Start planting. Still haven't got my mushroom compost, so I'm kind of excited to get it soon. Hopefully in a day or two. It's already almost dark. Yeah, it's starting to cloud up. But it's a good temperature of 60 degrees. Nice to be working out in that kind of weather. All right, I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, it's warmed up a little bit this morning. It's kind of a little bit cool this morning. I had to wear my little flannel shirt or keep from getting too cold. But yeah, it's turned off to be a pretty nice day. But I try to till the ground up where it's 6 to 8 inches deep, at least 8. I like to get at least that deep to get it. Try to get all the rocks I can out of it. But I've been out here working pretty hard on it, try to get ready to put my tomato plants, and I've already bought a few, so tomato plants to plant. So well, I got it all tilled up, so I'll get out here at the wall and pick up some of these rocks out of here with my wheelbarrow and just keep working it until it's what I like. But it looks really good. I'm about ready to start planting. Probably in my next video I'll start putting my strawberry bed in right through here, and along that back fence I'll put my tomatoes, get it all ready to start growing. Well, I'm fixing to head over to my shed and grab my wheelbarrow and start picking up some rocks over here and get as many as I can get out of there. It may take a little bit before I can get them all. And I got my tomato plants and all that, like I already discussed, but I also have broccoli and the strawberry plants. But I still need to make a trip to either AlexGuz or Lowe's to buy the chicken wire to go around cattle panels to keep the rabbits and the groundhogs. You know, those groundhogs are really destructive. You know, they'll eat your zucchini plants up, they'll eat your green beans. They're as bad as deer. But hopefully I won't have that many issues with you know, them getting in there and tearing my garden up. But I'm hoping that I'll have a little extra to give my neighbors and maybe take some to the farmer's market. But it's pretty cool to be able to have enough food for yourself and your family and share with your neighbors. All right, I might head over and get the wheelbarrow and get some of those rocks. So I'm out here. I got me one of these hoes to go along there with me, and I'm gonna dig for rocks. If a lot of those rocks won't show up, you have to dig down and move the dirt so you can see them. But that'll be a big help right there. Well, it's been a really busy day, productive day. I got all I wanted to do to get started planting. I reached my objective today, so probably in the next video I'll be starting to plant some of my tomato plants and strawberry plants and stuff like that. But if you liked the video today, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that like and share button, also that notification bell, and we'll see you again in the next one, guys. Thank you so much.